first of all, Selina, is this just the first of many companies that will suffer because, clothes have been, shut down, but also people just don't travel to buy things?
Francine, I think that's exactly right. I mean, this news about Apple is not entirely surprising given our reporting on all of the supply chain disruptions, but it really reinforces the magnitude of the virus's impact on the supply and demand side for multinationals all across China. Now, even though Apple's iPhone manufacturing partners are located outside of the center of the outbreak and have restarted, that process of restarting those factories has been very slow. And on the demand side, it's been reduced for those iPhones since many stores in China have been closed or operating with reduced hour, very few customers. Remember, China is Apple's third largest market, and it has about 42 stores there, which have been closed for much of the month. And earlier this month, we did hear from Foxconn, which makes a majority of the world's iPhones, warning investors that there's a very challenging task at hand of securing enough workers despite these widespread transport blockages and quarantines. And those restrictions have really made it difficult for millions of factory workers across China to return to their place of work, leading to severe shortages for companies. In fact, according to a survey by the American Chamber of Commerce in Shanghai, 80% of U.S. factories around Shanghai said they don't have enough staff to run at full capacity yet.
Selina, what do we know about what the virus is becoming? Do we have a handle, at least in China, of the number of infections and the number of deaths?
Well, we are seeing the growth rate of cases in Hubei province continue to stabilize, with China reporting 1,886 new cases on Tuesday. That is the lowest single-day figure of new cases in China for the month. There are now more than 72,000 cases total and more than 12,000 patients that have recovered and been discharged from hospitals in China. Now, state media says that this is a sign that containment efforts are working, but meanwhile, the World Health Organization says it is still too early to say if those reported declines are going to continue, with every scenario still on the table at this point. We have seen China continue to mobilize medical workers across the country to help those hospitals that have been overwhelmed by the virus. More than 25,000 medical workers, in fact, including top-line doctors sent from the country's best hospitals in Beijing and Shanghai, have been sent to Hubei province. But we are continuing to see the toll that it's taking on medical workers there. State TV just reporting moments ago that the director of a hospital in Wuhan has died. So at this point, according to the latest statistics, more than 1,700 medical workers have been infected by the coronavirus, and at least 6 of them have died.